Hey guys, welcome back to the Passive Money Podcast. It's Kirby and Alex, and if you haven't seen our podcast before, we're just regular guys that have navigated ourselves out of the paycheck to paycheck lifestyle. And really, we're just gonna be sharing our stories about our struggles throughout our life that have eventually led to our financial success.
Man, we just, hoping that you get some enjoyment out of our stories, get some lessons out of our stories, life lessons, take the good with the good. Hopefully some of the things that we talk about, you can implement them in your lifestyle and improve better financially. And with the bad and the landmines and all the crazy stuff that we did that we failed with financially, that we can just go on and I see Alex smiling. What you smiling about?
We're gonna leave this all in the video. I'm just smiling because I just realized you still got the background up with you in the
Oh
snow.
yeah, we
Kirby's in
still running the
Alaska
background.
right now.
Yeah, yeah. I'm on the ski slopes right now. Uh, but no, anyway, so yeah, hopefully the failures that we had with us financially and things like that, that you learn from our mistakes and don't repeat the same mistakes, because the definition of insanity is repeating the same mistakes, expecting different results. So with that being said, starting off with the first section of the podcast, things that make you mad about personal finance. Alex, what you got?
Well, we were just talking about this. And the topic we were on was about when you start taking that first step to your financial journey, whether it's
Right.
paying off debt, whether it's, building up an emergency fund, whether it's starting to learn how to invest, whatever path you take, the people closest to you may not always, but can, in most of the time, be almost your worst enemy, if I can say that, because they will
Yeah,
be the
yeah.
ones to expect something from you because they were there in your life, and they will say they always supported you, but they will never understand the true struggles. And that's why we always start the podcast with, we're going to be sharing our struggles of, that led to our financial success, because struggles in the sense of, staying up late at night, sacrificing sleep to just figure out what the best investment is, what the best trade is, studying companies, putting in more hours into investing into your financial journey than you put in at your own day job.
Right,
Making the
absolutely.
sacrifices necessary at home, not having as much leisure time as you would like to have. Me and Kirby would both love to just have an unlimited supply of money and do whatever we want, but we understand that it takes work leading up to that. It takes investing, it takes a passive source of income to provide ourselves with that lifestyle. And the work that you have to put up front to get that kind of lifestyle, that those investments, it's a lot of work, and people will not understand that as you're taking those first steps. They won't
Yeah,
understand it even when you finish. Actually, you never finish taking those steps because you're always learning more and more, but they
right.
won't even understand it as you've made yourself way along the way of the road. So
Right. And when you come to that, and when you bring up that and say, people don't go along with you on the journey, or they see you taking the journey or taking the first steps, they don't go along with you. And then when you make it to a certain plateau, no matter what the number is, but doing better than, the people that's around you,
right.
they look at it as, okay, that's the person I can ask money from. But the question is why didn't you go on the journey with me? And I'm not saying that, of course, it's gonna be, I don't know, I ain't for sure, because that's what it is. Because if they, like you said, people support you, right? People gonna say they supported you the whole way. Well, if you believed in me this whole time, why weren't you on the same path that I was going? If you thought that, hey, what he was doing was going to get him to financial freedom, or get him to, hey, not be able to live paycheck to paycheck, then why didn't you go on the journey too? If it was really you believed in what I was doing, that's the question. That's the question. And I understand your frustration is because you sit here and everybody only see the end result. I mean, you see people on YouTube all the time. You see people on social medias, on TV, the entertainers, the athletes, and things like that. And they always make it look like oh, I got all this money and I just woke up today and all this money just showed up. People don't show that grind that it takes. Now, even with the concept of passive income, it's capital intensive and you do a lot of work up front before you can have that cash flow steady generating every week or month that's coming in passively. So when how social media things display passive income, they make it seem like, oh, you just do one thing and then you just lay asleep at night and it's all good. But the crazy thing is that's social media, and most people in social media or on the YouTubes, the audience, the subscribers, they don't see this person's everyday day-to-day life. But your family members see the day-to-day life. You calling them up and they say, family members calling you up saying, hey, let's go do this. No, I got to do this. I got to study. I got to look at this report. I got to do this. My budget ain't right to, do X, Y, and Z. So they see the grind you go through, but they still only believe what they see on the social medias and on TV saying, oh, you got the money. Everything's all good. You should be able to give it away like it's just free, like nothing ever happened. And that's the most frustrating things, that you put in all this work day in and day in and day out, and then people just think that they can call and ask you for it. Not ask for the information on, hey, how did you get there? But just, hey, just give me the money. Just give me the money. And that's the thing that frustrates me a lot.